Welcome on another Fishy Friday, and today we're going to do something really different with fresh oysters. We're going to poach them and I'm going to serve you a delicious black bean sauce with it. So you can choose any oyster you like. The oysters I use today are coming from the Oysters, which is in the south part of the Netherlands. And they're coming from my friend Joop. Joop is the specialist, the oyster specialist in the Netherlands. And actually he was the European champion fastest oyster opener a few years ago. So in the first place we're going to shuck the oysters. So what I'll need is a little bowl. I need a sieve. I'll show you later why. And we're going to shuck them. You need to work in a very safe way. That's really important. If you're not that experienced, this might be a good start for you. So using a tea towel to protect your hands. I'm left-handed, so what I'll do, I'll place the oyster with the hollow side down at the end of my tea towel. And this is the hinge and this is the end of the oyster. So the hinge is on my left side. I fold the tea towel around, tip in my oyster knife at the hinge of the oyster, twist my knife, and I move from the hinge side to the end side of the oyster on the top side in a horizontal way. This is the top side of the oyster. And now really important, because we're going to use the liquid which is coming out of the oyster, we're going to sieve. So as soon as we cut the oyster loose from its shell, we will create some beautiful liquid. It's salty, it's so fresh, it's really nice. This is what you want to save. So then I take a little plate, and what I do, I'll save the oyster on my plate. So I'm saving my shells because this is where I'm going to serve my oyster. There's some liquid also here with the oysters, which I pour back into my bowl. We're going to poach the oysters. We're going to heat up the liquid, and not a pan bigger than this, because you want to have a certain height of liquid, and we don't have that much. So on low heat, I'm going to heat up this amount of liquid which came out of the oysters. And guys, if you need to have just a little bit more liquid, just add a tiny bit of just normal water. So while my liquid is heating up, I cut off just a really small piece of cucumber, maybe not even bigger than this. Scoop out the seeds. So I'm going to cut these cucumbers in really small cubes. So you also want to have a bit of a kick to the dish, so therefore I'm using a chili. So I take out the seeds because I don't want to have it too hot and spicy. And also here I just need to have a tiny bit. And I'm slicing it again and chopping it very fine. Some coriander. Take a few leaves and cut the coriander fine as well. So what I make sure, I'm going to clean my oysters, take off the leftovers, take off the remains, just clean them quickly under cold running water. Okay, so this is almost ready to poach. What I'm going to do is, I have a serving plate, I've got some rock salt, and I use this to stabilize the shell. And it looks nice, it looks beautiful. It's not something we're going to eat. So it's really easy now to balance the shells on the serving plate. And it looks nice, looks beautiful. So they're still empty. But this is going to change rapidly, because this is the time we're going to poach the oysters. Got my oysters here, got a spoon. I'm going to poach my oysters. It's not boiling, the liquid is not boiling, it's just under, it's like 80 degrees. So I poach them slowly for like 3 minutes. What you can see actually is that the oyster is getting a bit more white, but don't cook them longer because then they will become like a bit rubbery. You want still to have this oyster juice inside the oyster too. So now important guys, I'm going to take the oysters out and I bring them back into their shell. So now again, I sieve this juice because there is some protein coming out of the oysters. You want to have like a clear juice again. I bring this again on a heat or medium heat. And I'm adding like maybe half of this juice. It's just on the point below boiling, which is perfectly okay. And now it's the black bean sauce. I'm going to add like 1.5 tablespoons of black bean sauce and I give it a whisk. I give it a bit of lime juice. So I give it a taste. This is perfect guys, this is perfect. Good. What I do right now, take another spoon again. And I will add this sauce over the oyster. I add a bit of cucumber, some chili. So now I use some lime zest. Top it over there. Oh, beautiful. So now I give it a few drops of lime juice. And I add a few drops of natural oil, like sunflower oil. This is sunflower. Just a few drops to give it a bit of oiliness. So last is a bit of coriander. I serve some lime parts with it, so I give it a taste. Wow, this is really amazing. You taste the saltiness of the sea and the oyster together with this delicious black bean sauce with the freshness of the lime, the coriander, the cucumber and the spiciness of the chili. This is an amazing dish and easy to make guys. If you have any comments, any questions, leave them down in the box below. Don't forget to subscribe and see you soon back on another Fishy Friday.